What is up? Today is January 29th, 2020. We here, J&J Boxing. I'm Blaze Jays. Here with my man Jordansky.
What's going on, y'all?
Man, we got some things going down, and to start the show, as everybody knows, the tragic news, which happened Sunday, was Kobe Bryant dying in the helicopter accident, and I was messed up. Because I wasn't even a Kobe Bryant fan for real. You know, it was kind of like a rivalry with Bron, and the Lakers. And that was one reason I really didn't like Bron going out to LA was because I felt like he was trying to be like, those other guys, Magic, Kobe, Kareem, such and such. But thing is I respect Kobe as a player. I feel like Kobe, man, that Mamba mentality was real. Kobe used to ball. Kobe used to hoop. Kobe used to drop buckets. I remember when he dropped 81. I heard it on Sports Center right before I was about to go. I was doing something. I came inside, and this was 2006. So I was in ninth grade, and I remember hearing it. I turned on ESPN, and they said Kobe Bryant scores 81 points. I said Kobe scores 81.
I heard in school that whole entire day, bro.
Yeah,
motherfuckers. That whole entire week, matter of fact, that's all I heard was, man, this man just dropped 81 points. I'm like, God damn, did he pass the ball? And he was like, nah. And I was like, hey, look, I did what you gotta do.
He only had 2 assists. I remember my friend was saying that. He was like, hey, you dropped 81 points and only had 2 assists. Man, the thing is that's what Kobe, man. He really didn't have a whole lot of talent on that team, like, after Shaq left those first couple years. And, yeah, man, it was up to Kobe. Kobe balled and put him on his back, and he won 5 championships. So nothing but respect for Kobe. I think people, in some ways, kind of disrespect Kobe's career, maybe because the way it ended, or the experiment with Dwight and Steve Nash, or I don't know why, but I definitely think Kobe's top 5 though. Like he probably would be like number 5 on my list, but definitely the second greatest shooting guard ever. As much as I love LeBron, I'd probably put Kobe ahead of LeBron.
Man, hell yeah, Kobe top. If he top 5, he number 4. LeBron number 5.
I had LeBron like 7. I forgot where I had my list, but LeBron's top 10. But Jordan won, Kobe like 5, and then I think Magic was better than Kobe. I never saw Magic play, obviously, because he played when he was kids.
I saw Kobe play, so.
But Magic was like a game changer, and he won 5 championships in like 13 years or however long he played.
Kobe got 5 of them things too, though.
Yeah, and like 20 years though. You feel me? And he's played with Shaq.
And he did, but then he got something. He got. I think he got 2 by himself. Yeah, he did back to back. He got 2 by himself.
Yeah, They tried to go for the third one, but then they lost the Mavericks. They got swept by them. That was Phil Jackson's last game, and then the Mavericks beat the Heat.
So all that shit about the 3 that he got with, the 3 he got was with Shaq. And then he got 2 by himself.
With Pau Gasol.
But he had Pau Gasol, but that was his team. That was Kobe's team. 100%. Kobe was a general. Kobe did that shit. I think it was 09 and 2010 back to back. Yes, it was. And I can't forget that shit. And I believe that 2009 was the one when they beat the Big 3 in Boston, I believe. Or that might have been 2010.
Yeah, I forget how it all played.
It don't matter.
They beat the Magic in one of them.
They did beat the Magic in one of them, but I know that they beat. Damn, that's crazy. I forgot the Magic went to the fucking finals, bro. That's how long ago that shit was. That's sad. But he did 2 by himself. Much respect to that man.
Yeah.
Okay, respect to that man.
Yeah, no, I definitely feels that. But anyway, yeah, R.I.P. to Kobe Bryant. That shit is really sad.
R.I.P. to all the families that were lost in it.
Yeah, and the other 7 people there, because Kobe Bryant's 13-year-old daughter also
people
died.
People tend to not realize that baseball coach that was in there, he had his wife and his daughter, and they had a son. So a whole about, is that 3 generations? Or is that 2 generations?
Father, and son.
Yeah, that's 2 generations gone right there, and the whole family. And their sect of their family basically wiped out with a son left to grieve on that. That's deep right there, man. But let's move on from that. No more sadness. We talk about joy.
Yeah.
Swag way into the joy. Let's talk about that bitch ass Canelo.
Hey, 2009, the Lakers did beat the Magic. They beat them 4-1, and then the next year they would have beaten the Celtics. Beat them in 7.
Bitch boy.
Yeah. Hey, but Canelo Alvarez, man. Before we talk about him though, man, what about this? Let's talk about the fake fights. Antonio Brown, Logan Paul.
Not entertaining it.
You know, what's his name's fighting tomorrow? Tomorrow.
Not entertaining it.
But he's gonna be on the card.
Yeah, I'm going to watch.
Let's talk about Tevin Farmer and Andrade.
Andrade, but I'm not talking about.
All right, cool.
I don't get down on them fights. I don't like that shit. Like I said,
when I watched that piece of shit that was KSI Logan Paul, I said this is the worst boxing I've ever seen. Like I've ever a big event. We all gathered around to watch this motherfucker. That was the worst. That was horrible. Like I wasn't impressed. Like what have you guys been doing? Like it shows you how skilled these boxers are because, bruh, these guys were horrible. Like, oh man.
It shows you how not in tune. It shows you how the disconnect between boxing and this generation too. Like you'll rather watch two YouTubers box out instead of world class athletes like motherfucking Devin Haney
or Billy Joe Saunders.
Like I understand Billy Joe Saunders actually his opponent actually put up a good fight in that joint too. And his opponent, if he would have edged it out a little bit, he could have probably took that W home with him. But come on, a kid like Devin Haney with that much talent, and you don't respect that. I don't want to talk about none of them fights. Like, you don't want to talk about them, we can talk about them. I'm not gonna put my input in them because, like I said, the last time we talked about this on a previous show, I think it's a disgrace to boxing. Number one, as a fan trying to come back into the sport, I find it comical. It's like me watching wrestling. I don't want to watch that. It's like when a wrestling promotion brings a celebrity in. I don't want to see that shit. Like, cause it's not gonna look convincing. And then again, it's gonna look like it's being forced because you didn't have enough time to train for this. I understand they said they had separate fights in between, but they were fighting other trash cans. They were fighting trash dumpsters. They were fighting other YouTubers. Like, come on, man. It's like, I don't want to see this shit, bro. I just don't want to see it. KSI, respect to both of them for actually getting in the ring and doing it because it takes a lot to do that in the training and everything. But I agree horrible. They were horrible. And I agree with KSI. He said he came, he saw, and did what he wanted to do. His boxing career is over with. So, there you go. But just don't disrespect the sport of boxing.
I feel that. No, I get that 100%. All right, so we can move on to real motherfucking fighters. We're going to talk about the fight tomorrow. But what do you think about Canelo? They were saying most likely, I agree, but most likely he's probably going to fight Billy Joe Saunders.
This man went from saying he's going to fight Murato. They said he was going to fight Murato. They said that he... Mike was going to fight Andrade. They said that. Then they scratched that. Then they said, hey, he's going to fight Murato. Then they scratched that again, and now he's going to fight Billy Joe Saunders. And matter of fact, at the beginning of all this, he was supposed to fight Billy Joe Saunders. That was the first thing they said he was going to do. Fight Billy Joe Saunders.
I think it's going to be a big draw.
And you know what? And and I don't want to hear that either. Like, you are the draw.
But Billy Joe Saunders is.
He is the draw. Canelo is the draw. He's bringing the people to the seats. He's putting the asses in seats.
They were just trying to explore the other options, I guess.
Yeah, right. They were doing the old ducking Andrade.
See, here's what I think, and I agree with you completely that Andrade, it sucks that he's not getting his opportunity. When Wilder beats Fury, I think it's going to suck when Wilder doesn't get his fucking opportunity. But that's down the line. February 22nd. Hey, but the thing is with Canelo, though, I'm not mad that he's most likely going to fight Billy Joe Saunders. What I'm mad about is I feel like this not fighting Murato, the Japanese guy, I feel like it's a missed opportunity. And I say that because they were saying that it's going to be May 2nd. If they fought, it would be May 2nd, you know what I'm saying, Cinco de Mayo weekend, over in Japan. Because Murato's from Japan. He's a big-time fucking middleweight contender. Knocked out Rob Brandt, second round. I watched that fight. He's official. A big star over in Japan, right? Him and, what's his name, Inoue? Big stars over in fucking Japan. And the dude Murato's probably even bigger. And
I don't know, though. But continue.
Anyway, but both big stars. Okay, maybe I shouldn't say that, but both big stars. And I feel like it would have been a great opportunity for Canelo Alvarez to expand his name worldwide, like globally. Like he has this side of the water.
Like we were talking about earlier, that would have probably been the biggest boxing match. I'm not going to disrespect Hanoi and Murata because they are
both
big
great
names
fighters
in their country. They're big names, but that might have been the biggest fight in Japan. Since Buster Douglas versus Mike Tyson. And that's the truth, because that fight was in Tokyo Dome, so that might have even sold out in Tokyo Dome. So I think that's just robbing a guy that deserves a chance at unification, or a guy that deserves a chance at that big money, or deserves a chance at the champ, the self-proclaimed king of the middleweights. That's messed up. Like, to me, it's not like everyone calls Canelo the king of the middleweights, but all right. When does the king step out and start challenging people? Because you just don't sit on your kingdom and just let all these other kingdoms build up and, come up and you're just sitting down taking slacks, but then you got other powerful kingdoms that are coming up trying to overthrow you. So now once they get up there, they overthrow you. What are you going to do? Sit off in the distance? Like, oh, I did what I had to do. I don't need to fight them. You're robbing. I'm not going to say the fans that's going to be selfish, but you're robbing these other boxers the opportunity that they deserve. Andrade deserves it. Murata deserves it. Billy Joe Saunders, maybe he deserves it.
He is undefeated.
He deserves it. I didn't like.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not mad at him fighting Billy Joe Saunders. I just feel like this is a missed opportunity, which may not ever come back again. And
a lot of people you can fight too. Like
Murata has lost twice.
What about Plant, who's he fighting?
Caleb Plant, I don't know. I don't know who but I don't think he's a big enough name for Canelo.
See, that's what I'm saying.
He ain't fighting Andrade.
I don't like that. That's what I see. I don't like that when people say they're not a big enough name. Bro, you are the draw. Once your name's on the card, it's game over. You're selling the joint out. It's already been proven.
It's like winning the lottery fighting Canelo, though.
It is, because you know
why?
So
they want to pick the right kind of guys.
Kovalev is not a household name.
But he knew he could be Kovalev.
Yeah, but see, that's his thing, though. Like, that's not good.
That's what Canelo's doing. That's what Oscar De La Hoya is doing with him, though. Like, that's the game, man.
All you is just a trophy palm puss.
Right, he is.
And that's what, not seriously, I'm not even trying to be funny.
Daniel Jacobs was a good fight, though.
Yeah, Daniel Jacobs was a good fight. Daniel Jacobs put up
he was a quality opponent.
He was. And Daniel Jacobs, I don't know. You never know. If they running back, you never know what's going to happen, man. But Canelo was pretty dominant in that fight. But at the same time,
that was a quality opponent, though. I mean, Canelo can fight. Canelo's really good.
Oh, I ain't taking nothing away from him.
It's just we got guys who are in the waiting, and he's not trying to get them.
Yeah, that's not good. It's like Anthony Joshua for real. Him and Anthony Joshua, to me, are the exact same when it comes to this picking their fights. I think that, what Mickey say to Rocky, I picture opponents, I pick the fights.
Yeah.
They were handpicked.
Yeah.
They were handpicked. So what you tell me, I'm not good? I mean,
nah, it's not that. It's just we were very careful about who we put in front of you. Exactly.
So maybe that's the thing and I think that's the thing with Canelo. They're just being careful with who they put in front of him. At the same time, you setting him up for failure, because when it comes for that time, when he has to fight Andrade, where there's no other choice, when he has to fight Murata, there's no other choice, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? See, now that you took that time to dodge these guys, or I'm not going to even say dodge, you took the time to pick and choose who you wanted, they're not a big enough name. What do you mean? You're helping these guys build their name. Your credibility is rubbing off on them, especially if y'all put on a good fight. Y'all seen this guy named Andrade? Y'all seen this guy Andrade who fought Canelo the other day? Let's say he win. He beat Canelo. Now you got your name still. Yeah. Everybody waiting for you to retake your belts. And now you got somebody that's name is big because they beat you. So now you about to put both y'all together again. Number two, what's going to happen? Sellout. Boom. Just like that, because everybody wants to see you get your belt back. And everybody wants to see what this guy can do in his second fight. So the money's going to be there. Like, that's how I see it. Even if he beats him, the money's going to be there because you're fucking Canelo and everybody's going to see you.
Right, exactly. And take these big fights because they fight quality opponents.
Shannon Briggs said that today on Fight Hype. He said you need to take advantage of all your opportunities now that are placed in front of you right now in the fight game. Because
don't wait.
At the end, because when you wait and that's it. You can't come back. You can't come back. That's it. And he was speaking about Andy Ruiz when he was saying that, like, are you going to go out here? And they were saying they were praising Deontay Wilder for how Deontay Wilder, his fight schedule, his training schedule, and how he does with his money. And it's like, you here right now, you're going to take advantage of it. Deontay Wilder's taking advantage of it. Tyson Fury's taking advantage of it. He's even going outside these streams and getting money. And even though I don't like what he's doing because it's fight season, but at the same time, hats off to him because he's making money and he's taking fights, even though he's taking them sloppy ass top rank fights. But he's taking, we got to take Deontay Wilder February 22nd, and he's not, and that is a good matchup. That's number 2. They not running from each other. I respect them. Hats off to them because that's good for the heavyweight division. But when you got these other guys that's not doing that, man, I think that it diminishes the sport of boxing and diminishes the division that you're in. So you gotta be careful with that.
It makes you seem like a sucker for real.
I mean, you are a sucker. That's what people gonna say. Like, you a sucker. Like, what's wrong with you? You supposed to be the king. You're self-proclaimed king. You the best boxer in the world. Everybody wanna say, but you're not. You ain't fighting everybody. You're not fighting everybody. How do I call you the best boxer in the world when you went up to go fight old man Kovalev when you could have fought somebody in your division?
Andrade.
I can't call you that.
And now you'd rather fight Billy Joe Saunders,
who I personally think is better. Who I personally think is not better than Andrade. Who I think Andrade is better than him. And I think Andrade has a bigger name than him.
Murata's higher ranked than Billy Joe Saunders.
And I think Murata is better than Billy Joe Saunders.
That's what I'm saying though. Is like Murata could have been in the middle. He's not as good as Andrade, but he's better than Billy Joe Saunders. And just the exposure on a different continent, just to a different group of fans, like.
Oh, and I respect it. And what John said about that earlier. Now you're broadening your horizons with your fan base. People in Japan might not see you. Obviously, we don't even get to see Japan fights like that because of the time zones.
Right.
Now these people see you. Now you are touching your original fan base.
And if you knock out Murata, it'd be, oh, snap. Everybody knows Canelo.
Yeah, everybody knows Canelo. You probably be hated in Japan. Yeah, so but it doesn't. You're still getting exposure,
right? Absolutely.
And you're setting up for future fights, man. Now we got this guy, Canelo Murata too. Now you can be like,
if it was a great fight, we can run it back.
God, the energy in the building is going to be so good. Right? It's going to be the build up.
You're not going to get that with Billy Joe Saunders. Why are you missing this opportunity?
You're not going to get that. Man, it took Billy Joe Saunders, the last fight we saw him fight, he fought in that KSI and Logan Paul. Yeah. It took him, 11 rounds to get the guy out the way?
Yeah, and he was struggling.
And he was struggling, and the dude looked like he won a couple rounds in that fight. So,
Billy Joe Saunders, he is undefeated, but he's probably top 15, maybe. Top 20. He's definitely top 20.
You talking about pound for pound?
No, I'm talking about middleweights.
Oh, middleweights, man.
Saunders,
man.
He's arguably top 15. But Murata's top 10 after he beat Grant and after, you know what I'm saying, he won his last fight in December.
I'm pretty sure Box Rec and everybody else probably got Billy Joe Saunders in the top 10, but... I mean,
I'm saying combined, like I'm thinking about all the middleweights. He's arguably top 15. But yeah, as I think he's super middleweight. He's probably a top 10 super middleweight.
Let's do 168.
Yeah, he's probably top 10. Probably is
top 10. I'm just gonna keep
like number 8, number 8 type shit.
After watching that fight, I really don't have faith in Billy Joe Saunders to beat Canelo. I don't have faith in him to beat Andrade. I
think Canelo beat Murata.
I don't think he can beat Callum Smith. I don't think he can
Caleb
beat
Smith.
Caleb Smith said Callum Smith.
He lost his last. I mean, he won, but he should have lost his last ring versus Ryder, which is why I think he does not deserve any opportunity.
No, he does not deserve.
He needs a tune-up fight.
He do, but I don't think that Billy Joe Saunders can beat Smith though. That's just my
Smith is definitely higher ranked than Billy Joe Saunders.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't.
But Canelo don't want to fight Caleb Smith. Caleb Smith is 6'3". Like he Andrade's 6'1", and he kind of don't really want to fight Andrade.
Andrade fucking good though, man.
Andrade's nice. Andrade's vicious.
Man, speaking of Andrade, man, shout out to my light heavyweight boy Anthony Yarde, man. That's my boy. Yarde, my man. Everybody. That's
man, but Kovalev beat him, man. He
got gas, man. But still,
hey, he was piecing him up in the 8th round.
That's gonna be my boy.
Nah, 100.
But yeah, that's like John said, that your fan base will be reached. Your fan base will probably plateau, and it will go even further. You might have plateaued right now, but his shit will go further. The Mount Himalayas heights and shit, Mount Everest and shit, his shit will go up.
Because he's known on this side of the water.
Because he's going to touch.
That's on the other side.
Yeah, he's going to touch a whole other fan base. I'm pretty sure he's known in Great Britain and in Europe. I'm pretty sure he's known.
But
because that's a strong boxing concentration, but in Japan,
they kind of follow their own fighters.
Yeah, like you want to get your name out there, man. That's what I like to see.
Canelo, everybody in Japan would know Canelo, but
it's okay.
Hopefully they go back and they think about it, and someone gets in Canelo's ear like,
and hopefully
bro, if you fight Billy Joe Saunders, bro, you're missing a really big opportunity.
Because you already know Canelo, you getting paid big money anyway. Billy Joe Saunders, you probably gonna get paid $20 million. Billy Joe probably get $7.
yeah, no bull. No.
And you gonna get probably like a percentage of the gate.
Right, exactly. So it's a bigger opportunity for Billy Joe Saunders, but he's not gonna beat Canelo. There's no way.
I don't think so either.
Canelo's a way better fighter, and Canelo's a really good fighter. Billy Joe Saunders, I mean, if you saw him fight a man on the street, Billy Joe Saunders probably knock his ass out. Billy Joe Saunders can fight too. He is undefeated, like I said, but yes, I'm not really sold on him very much.
I'm not because of that last fight. I was before that fight because I said he gonna come in and steamroll that dude, and I said that shit about him and Devin Haney. Devin Haney just
did his thing.
Did his thing. He did. Devin Haney. I don't care what nobody say. Devin Haney. That was probably the best fight on the card to me. That's my opinion.
Yeah,
that was that right there should have been a fucking main event for real. And KSI and Logan Paul should have been underneath him.
And Devin
Billy Joe Saunders could have went underneath. Went underneath that joint. It could have been an undercard, but the co-main event, the main event should have been
the Logan Paul, KSI, and then Devin Haney.
Devin Haney's a good boxer. I just don't know about this. Billy Joe Saunders, like I said, I thought he was gonna win that last fight in superb fashion. It took him 11 rounds. Didn't like it.
Yeah.
Even the commentators were saying that shit to themselves, like, whoa, Billy Joe's and Saunders is in trouble. I kept hearing that shit throughout the fight, like Saunders like he's in trouble, and it did look like he was in trouble until the knockdown. So it was like, man, phony baloney.
Yeah, that's how she goes. So anyway, that's probably up next in coming up in the middleweights with Canelo. Weren't you saying that Eddie Hearns reached out to Charlo? Maybe
they got proof. They said they just had an interview for JD Sports. I think it was Radio Raheem who interviewed him, and Eddie Hearns showed him the contract saying that we got that journey for Charlo to fight Andrade. So hey, I don't know what's going on.
I see the winner go fight.
I don't know what's going on though. They said Charlo said that he didn't get a contract, so now that Charlo, it shows that Charlo. I think they're saying that Charlo's team is saying that they didn't get a contract. Now that Eddie Hearns showing this, it's saying that Eddie Hearns did send a contract and he did have a contract written out. Maybe this could be a smokescreen. Maybe this could have been Eddie Hearns trying to do some wording, trying to make it seem like, nah, we ain't ducking, you ducking. Maybe that could be it, or maybe they're trying to build up more hype for the fight. Once again, I think with that fight, even though there's no Canelo in the division, those two sell out fights on their own too. Every Charlo fight I've seen, Charlo has sold out the fight. Andrade, I believe, sells out his fights, or he's a big time fighter. Those two are going to put on a good fight too. I think that joint would be a 2020 fight of the year candidate for real. If I'm being completely honest, because it's Jamal Charlo, not Jamil. Jamal Charlo is a good fucking boxer. Real solid. His little brother, I don't like because he runs his fucking mouth too much. But he beat Tony Harrison, and Tony Harrison did that to himself. But at the same time, Jamal Charlo is a dog. I really like him. I really like his talent. I like his style of fighting. Even though sometimes I feel like he's going for that. He's always low. Him and his brother do the same thing. They load for that one punch. They always look for the knockout instead of just boxing. I only seen Jamal box one time, like when he was like really boxing, and not blowing up for that one shot. Now Andrade, on the other hand, is like I said, I love Yarde. I love Andrade. I think Andrade is a fearsome competitor in the super middleweight division. I think that he's slept on by fans and analysts alike. I think that people dodge him. I think he's one of those Luis Ortiz guys that people dodge him in the division, but he's better. And he's a champion, and he's will be really a champion. Good. He's really fucking good. So you put those two guys in the ring together, man, I think you got two young guys. That's going to be a big fight. Like I said, I swear, I think that would be a 2020 fight of the year candidate because that joint going to be tight. I don't know how it would end. I don't want to get no prediction. I don't want to. Yeah, that's one fight that I would not.
I can't go against Charlo, or I can't.
And that's one thing I'm gonna say. I can't go against neither one of them. I'm just gonna leave it like that. I think that joint will be an excellent fight.
The winner of that fight should get Canelo.
The winner of that fight should get Canelo.
If they do, that should be the big.
Because they both got belts, I believe, in the super middleweight division.
Yeah.
So they both should get that fight. Because that would be unifying. That would be unification. They should get that title fight, man. They should, if it's not a title fight, Canelo ain't got no middleweight titles. It should be a fight that they should be able to get. They deserve that chance to get that big name money. Like John said earlier, fight Canelo is like the lottery. So why not, if I prove myself time after time again that I can do this, I want the number one guy. I'm getting tired of fighting the number 5, number 6, number 7 guy. What about the number 1 guy? I want him. I want to fight him. So hopefully, I pray to God, if I can't get Andrade versus Canelo, I want Andrade versus motherfucking Charlo.
Yeah.
And I would love to see that fight. Bro, I might even have to I probably wouldn't even throw no party for that fight because I want to watch that fight.
I really want to watch that.
Yeah, I really want to watch that motherfucker. Like, I don't want to throw no party for that fight. I want to sit down and watch that fight.
Too. Like, son, that shit would be
so much at stake on that fight, and that's why I would love it to build up for it. Man, that joint would be tight, bro. Hopefully we get to see that joint because I'm pretty sure we're not going to see Canelo fight neither one of them. So hopefully we get to see them 2 fight.
Hey, you know that reminds me of the fight in 2019 when Gavaki fought Beterbiev. I was really hyped for that joint. I was actually going for Gavaki because, you know what I'm saying, the Ukrainian connection. Yeah, Beterbiev knocked him out 10 rounds.
I know.
Son, I was hyped because both of them were undefeated going into the joint. Like, both of them were really highly ranked light heavyweights. Like, that's what that fight reminds me of.
That wasn't on ESPN.
It was on ESPN.
Yeah, I remember watching that
shit was tight. I was kind of blown.
That was a big fight, too. That was like
right.
Supposed to be the next guy up there, the next top light heavyweight.
That joint was huge. Son,
I
remember me and Josh sat there and watched the joint. Man, I was so disappointed because I wanted Gavaki to win, but it happens, man. Beterbiev showed he was the better fighter, and that's why I think it'd be similar if Andrade fought Charlo. I think that it would be some same type of deal, except at middleweight. So anyway, it would be really exciting. I can hopefully get that shit worked out, and if Andrade doesn't get a chance to fight Canelo, I think Charlo would be a great.
And you know what? They would, and I would. If I was in either one of them corners, I would tell them, look, don't rag your hair. I know you've been trying to get at the top guy for Andrade. I know you've been trying to fight Canelo for a long time. For Charlo, I know you've been trying to show people that you can beat the top guys, but don't get discouraged because if you get ran off again, don't get discouraged. You two might have a spark that y'all need. Y'all might need each other for real. And I know that it's one of them things like, man, but if I lose, I fuck up my chances. No, you don't.
Nah, you fought a great fighter.
You fought a great fighter, and you proved that, especially if you don't get knocked out and they go all 12, y'all prove that y'all can do this, man. Like, as a fight, I say the fight 50-50. Let's say the fight was an end in a draw. All right, we know they're going to fight again.
Yeah, so good rematch.
Good rematch. I'm saying, y'all for real, I think those two are the true, like, I see them two for being the true, Andrade and Charlo are the true heirs of the middleweight division for real, super middleweights. They the true king, they the true heirs of the throne for real. I think that those two are very exciting, man. I like Charlo. Man,
Charlo's really good.
The last 2 fights I've seen him, he just dominated the opponent. He came to the ring and dominated him.
Yeah.
The last 2, he just...
No, I feel you. I was looking up middleweight.
I seen that last Andrade fight. I seen he dominated his opponent too, and he looked really impressive.
Gilberto Ramirez, he moved up to light heavy, so he ain't in it. Cable Smith just lost. Danny Jacobs, but Canelo beat him. Benavidez, I ain't seen Benavidez fight in a while. It's been a while.
David Benavidez?
Yeah, David Benavidez. He's undefeated, too. I think he's super middleweight as well.
I think Daniel Jacobs just fought somebody not too long ago.
Danny Jacobs did fight not that long ago. He fought on Friday.
He fought somebody and he won. Daniel Jacobs won.
But I'm saying he lost to Canelo there. But that was a big fight, though. Danny Jacobs was really good. The Miracle Man. I fuck with Danny Jacobs. Jamal Charlo, obviously. John Ryder, Murata. Yeah. So, anyway, yeah, some good fighters, though. the middleweight division is definitely solid. What do you think about the fights tomorrow? Andrade fighting the dude from Ireland, Keeler, and Tevin Farmer fighting Joseph Diaz. Are you looking forward to them joints?
Yeah, I am actually. Because I said, like, Andrade like one of my favorite fighters. So I really can't wait to see what he does. Tevin Farmer, got respect for Tevin Farmer too.
That should be a really good fight.
Featherweight division, so I want to see what the hell he about to do.
Hey, and Tevin Farmer, I fuck with him because he lost a couple fights early on. He's really got himself together. I think he hasn't lost in 5 years.
But who's been calling that man out?
Who?
I think Gary been carrying.
Oh, Gary Russell.
Russell been calling him out.
But
hey, look, I can't wait to see the fight tomorrow. I think that's a good card. Besides that stupid ass Paul fight
that we're not going to talk about.
I'm going to have to watch it because I'm not going to not turn off the program because I really want to see the other fights. So I'm going to watch the whole thing. But at the same time, I think that's going to be a good card. I think that besides that fight, that card is actually a pretty decent.
Tevin Farmer, Joseph Diaz should be a tough fight. I'm going with Farmer. I think he's probably like 55-45, but Diaz is really good. It might not even be that high. It might be like 53-47. You know what I'm saying? Farmer. Like, it could go either way. You know what I'm saying? It should be.
I'm going with Andrade, baby.
That's Andrade's probably 65-35.
I think he's a tune-up fight.
Yeah. Keeler really isn't that good. I don't know his record.
Not a tune-up. I think it's a filler fight.
Yeah. A filler fight. Yeah, no bullshit. So anyway, but Keeler, he's tough. Like I said, I don't know his record, but I was looking at it. He hasn't really fought anybody. But I mean, anybody, if you can get to that level to fight Demetrius Andrade, you gotta at least be somewhat skilled. So hopefully it's an entertaining fight. But Andrade should take care of it. So we really didn't have a whole lot more to discuss. Obviously, the Super Bowl this week, but it's kind of getting overshadowed by the Kobe Bryant news. We talked about that. You still got the 49ers winning the Bowl?
Yeah, I got an 80. So far, my total betting is 80 burgers on them boys.
80 burgers?
$80.
Hey, man, I fuck with you. You got $80 in San Francisco? I don't got no money, man. I spent everything. But I'm actually going to the casino in like 2 weeks. But going out to West Virginia and shit. You're going to have fun. Excuse me. Pardon me for that. But should be a good Super Bowl. Like I said, I think KC going to win. No money on it, nothing. Just as all for fun. KC going to handle it. Andy Reid get his first title. That's what I'm thinking is going to happen. But you never know, man.
You don't. I just put $80 on the Niners because I feel like the Niners might do it. But to me, for real, it's a 50-50 game.
What you was just betting when people at work and stuff?
Yeah, because I didn't really want. I took it's a bookie at the job, so
you put 80 on San Fran. What'd you get? What odds you get it at?
I don't know. I just said give me 80. I did it straight up actually, money line.
You bet on the cover what I think they're a 1.5 underdog, right?
That's what I got. At first it was at 1.5. The first one I got 1.5.
1.5. Oh, okay. So you got money line. So 80 for 80. Yeah. All right, dope. I fuck with it.
Just collecting that shit.
Yeah.
But I could say that this Kansas City's defense, I mean, it has been stout this season. But
it's been solid. But they've had their issues sometimes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But they was able to stop Derrick Henry, though.
They have, but I don't think that they're going to be able to stop Derrick Henry. The Tennessee Titans, everybody needs to remember. You see how they said Derrick Henry? See how we didn't say Ryan Tannehill? They stopped Derrick Henry. Then they forced him to use Ryan Tannehill, which they weren't really using for like that in the season like that anyway. It's Ryan Tannehill they will get some what's his name? AJ Brown did do his thing this season for Tennessee. I'm not gonna lie, he had a pretty decent season. He had a couple touchdowns. He had some couple of good running catches. Tannehill had some couple good games. Had a couple good throws in those games. But when I talk about the playoff push, that was Derrick Henry. That was the offensive line. That was not passing the ball at all. Let's just be honest. That's just the truth of it. That was them running and gunning and their defense actually staying true to their game as well and hold up their end of the bargain. When they got to Kansas City, that couldn't be done because they neutralized Derrick Henry and they forced him to use another tactic in their offense, which is throwing the ball, which I don't think that they could have done against Kansas City's defense. Once Kansas City, and I already knew that shit, once Kansas City neutralized Derrick Henry, which I knew they was going to do, they wasn't getting it. Because I told her if Tennessee got past the Ravens, they wasn't getting past Kansas City. Like they got past Kansas City, then
Midnight Struck on Cinderella.
Yeah, that was it. That joint was it. I was like, when I saw that joint, I was like, it's a possibility they can beat the Ravens. I remember telling everybody like, you never know, man. It's a possibility they can beat the Ravens. It's a possibility because the Ravens hasn't faced a rushing attack like that all season. So they didn't really. I mean, I believe they played them once before. No, they didn't. They played Houston. They played Kansas City twice. They didn't play the Ravens at all.
They don't play Kansas City once.
They'll play Kansas City once. They played Houston twice, I believe.
They can't play.
No, they played Houston once and they played Kansas City once. They didn't play the Ravens. They beat both of them. Yeah, they beat. No, they lost to both of them.
Oh, they did. I know they lost. They lost to the.
But they kept it. They kept it within the spread. They covered themselves though. At the same time, with that being said, the Ravens didn't face that type of rushing attack during the whole season. That was a ground and pound type of offense that really kept the Ravens defense on the ground, kept the Ravens defense on the field much longer than they probably been on the field all season. And they were actually, their defense was frustrated. I think the defense frustrated the offensive line. They frustrated Lamar Jackson. And once you neutralize Lamar Jackson on that team, it's game over. And not to mention guys dropping passes. It was a muggy. The weather was shitty. But that's all. That's here nor there. It just stopped right there. The 49ers, though, on the other hand, totally different team than Tennessee. I think that the 49ers will be able to sustain their offense, will be able to keep stout on defense. They have to neutralize Patrick Mahomes and Tyreek Hill. That's how I feel. They don't get them dudes out the way, because you always got to remember that. Man, I hate when I know this man is scrambling out, it's game over. When I see him hit that turn, he making a first down or he making a touchdown, that's game over. Yeah, when I see that shit, it's game over. Like, that's how I felt with Lamar. Like, man, when I see these Bama's run, damn, man, it's game over. Like, what can I say? These motherfuckers winning. They about to win. They about to score. They about to do whatever they about to do. God neutralize them. And that's why I put that 80 on them, because I think that they're going to do that. I think that their defense is going to be well versed in whatever they got to do. And I know I got much big ups faithful motherfucking Kyle Shanahan. God damn it, I wish the Falcons would have kept him. Kyle Shanahan.
But he got a bigger opportunity.
I know, he got a bigger opportunity to be a head coach. He's doing a good job. Hats off to him. Even if they lose this Super Bowl, hats off to him for turning that team a 360 around and leading them to the Super Bowl and getting them there. Man, hats off to him, but I think that they can do it. That's just my opinion.
We'll see what happens Super Bowl Sunday, man. And like I said, it's tough that the situation with Kobe happened a week before the Super Bowl. But hey, we'll get through it, and hopefully it's a good game. Hopefully it's an entertaining game. But I'm going with KC, man. I don't think the Niners will be able to do that running shit that they did last week.
Oh, fuck no. I don't think my man can go 200 yard plus.
And so it's going to have to be Jimmy G who was motherfucking cooking out there. And so I don't know if Jimmy G is going to be able to have it in him against the KC defense. But you never know.
KC's the favorite, right?
Yeah, KC is a 2-point favorite.
Damn, that joint went
or maybe a 1.5 points.
That joint went from 2 points from point out to 2 points, which is not even bad. Cause I got that joint. Like, I think
it's supposed to be a close game.
I think that's a good spread.
Yeah.
I don't know the over under. I think the over under was a little bit high.
I thought it was like 44. Remember?
Because I got it like this. It's either gonna go one way. Either they're gonna have a shootout where it's gonna be back-to-back scoring, or it's gonna be one lopsided where one team is blowing the other team out. And I think if they do that, it's gonna be Kansas City who blows out the Niners. That's just my thing.
Well, if it's a close game, Niners.
Yeah. But if it's gonna be a blowout, Kansas City gonna blow the Niners out, and I just lost $80. So hey.
I remember I was watching a little RBT joint. My man, he be doing like the mad science, and he had the Super Bowl on there, and so it was so crazy. Fucking close ass game. Niners scored with 6 seconds left and kicked the extra point, made 21-20, and they kicked the kickoff. They kicked the ball off for the kickoff, and the guy on the Chiefs ran it back for a touchdown, win the Super Bowl. 6 seconds ago. When that shit be so fucking crazy, I know that's just not gonna happen.
My jaw would drop if I seen that shit. Especially if I was a coach. If I was Kyle Shanahan, I saw that, my headset would be in my hands.
Tackle him. Wouldn't that be epic though? The way the way the Atlanta team lost to New England in 2016, and like have that happen to Kyle Shanahan again.
That would be worse. That would be worse though, because that would be like, man.
How did we give up the kickoff return for the touchdown for the Super Bowl?
Why didn't you squib kick it? Like why? What did you do? Hey, man, it's what happens, but I don't think that's going to happen. If it does, that shit would be in Super Bowl history.
It would be one of the greatest plays ever in Super Bowl history. 100. Whatchamacallit, man? So, that's the Super Bowl, man. Make sure to be tuned in. It should be epic. Should be dope. We're going to be eating good, drinking good, ready for it. But another thing we're going to be eating, drinking good for is motherfucking February 22nd. We got Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. We've talked about it before on the show. You feel me? We've made our predictions. I think Wilder going to knock him out. I think you had Wilder winning, right? Ain't you?
Yeah, I said 11. I think I said 11 round.
11 round KO. Oh, and that's what Remy's Corner said. You know what I'm saying? 11 round KO. I actually think it's going to be a little earlier. I said 6th.
I don't know, man.
He might get him like 8th.
Like I either said, I think I said early round 2. Out of respect. Oh, matter of fact, I think I did say he was going to knock him out 6 or 7. But then I said, out of respect, I'll give it to the 11th round again. Because I think that Wilder is prepared, man. Like, only time I seen Wilder really come out and talk about the fight is leading up to these press conferences and leading up to, like, the face-offs and stuff. Other than that, we haven't heard anything from him. You really more so heard stuff about Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury dropping his manager. Tyson Fury talking about he's going to meet Wilder in the ring. In the middle of the ring, that was at the conference.
Don't do that. Don't
him
do that.
Doing WWE stuff, him getting that gash on his eye. You know, I mean, it's just so many things that right now I feel as though are against Tyson Fury, but at the same time that could be the motivation that he needs to win this fight. But if he does meet Deontay Wilder in the middle of the ring, I hope that he has his affairs in order, because that's a mistake. I think that is a big mistake. Don't even bait, or he might be baiting Wilder, which I think that's even more of a mistake, to bait him, because now you're disrespecting him and you're like, now you insult. Now Wilder's in camp, like, this dude's insulting my intelligence now. Oh, I got it. Now you know I gotta beat him, and I think that's what's gonna happen. I think that Wilder will win. I said 11th round, but Tyson Fury gonna put up a good fight, man.
It's gonna be interesting.
It will be interesting.
I think it's gonna be different than the first one now.
Oh, I think so too.
Wilder's seen him. And I think it's going to be a lot closer. Hopefully Wilder comes out and, you know, he can't, he kind of is who he is at this point.
Hope that he comes out and he shows people that he can really box, man.
Bro, just, you know what I'm saying? Just, I think he's going to be a little more skilled, probably be throwing the jab out there, and, you know, kind of keep holding his own. You know, Fury a bad motherfucker. Fury going to do his bobbing and weaving and do all that shit. But, hopefully Wilder can hold his own. Hopefully Wilder can keep it entertaining. And just...
Ali's on the rope-a-dope. I call Fury's on the coca-dope.
Coca-dope. I fuck with it. But the thing is, man, Wilder just has to do his things. He has to keep it competitive. He has to win rounds. Like that would be one thing I would be stressing.
That's what I'm saying.
At him when we was in camp. Like we're going to be looking for the one shot, but I'm gonna need you to win these rounds.
We need to bring somebody that's tall and that can simulate Tyson Fury's boxing as much as possible. You're not going to get somebody that can emulate...
I ain't a whole lot of do 6'9".
I know what I'm saying. Like, you can't get somebody to emulate him 100%, but you need somebody that's going to be able to emulate that movement and that style of fighting to get Wilder very versed. Because in camp, I would have been like, so sparring partners, the first month, beat this motherfucker up. I need to get him, like, he needs to get prepared for that. Like, you need to box this man. I'm getting tired of... That right hand is vicious, but... You cannot rely on this all the time.
You're getting older. You ain't getting no younger.
You need to box, man. It's time
for
you
to box. 29 no more.
You're a bronze bomber. Why the bronze? Because you got an Olympic gold medal. I'm getting tired of people stunting my man like he's not an Olympic gold medalist. I'm getting tired of people saying, oh, anybody can be not anybody can be an Olympian. Not anybody can do that.
They only have one guy per weight class.
So not everybody in one weight class can make that in the whole country. So that means he was the best heavyweight in the whole fucking country at that time.
And he'd only been boxing for 3 years.
So let that sink in your mind, bro. Like I'm telling y'all, man. I know he has raw power, raw athleticism. I need to see him put that out there. I want to see it. I'm yearning for him to do that because it's like I'm getting tired of people disrespecting him.
Just jab Fury. That's all you got to do, bro. Just jab him. Just jab him, and just try to be a little skillful. Like, bro, he's been boxing for a while now.
Because the first time I seen him like actually show some skill was the Ortiz fight, and I was like, oh, in the first 2-3 rounds, this man's actually boxing. Oh, damn. Then it was like, abort. And maybe that's him. Maybe he's like, maybe to Wilder, I gotta fight my fight. I can't fight how these coaches and my trainers train me because it makes me feel uncomfortable. Now my fight, I know what I can do. I know what I can rely on. I know my weaknesses. Let me fight my fight. And that's what I've been thinking about him lately. Or maybe that's his mentality. Maybe that's what he needs to do. But like John just said, you're not getting any younger, bro. You're getting older. You're not a spring chicken no more. Like, you getting old, brother.
You gotta rely on skills more than because that right
power
hand
is not gonna, unless you're gonna be like Rocky Balboa and all they did was work on power, hitting cows and shit. You're not, man. I don't know. You say you're gonna give yourself 5 more years, so.
Try to get as skilled as you can, bro. Like I said, just jab him. That would be my thing. If we just try to get on the inside a little bit, working and bow, get out. Bow, get out. Because I think he has the tools for it.
I think he
just make Fury mad. Just make Fury come in and swing and be slipping, and then you can deck his ass.
And another thing about this fight too, I hope that Wilder does not do. If Wilder is to win, knock on wood, if Wilder is to win, I do not think that he should set up a third.
No. If you knock him out, it's done. It's over.
Yeah, it's over with.
Yeah.
If you win by decision, it's over with. You win by split decision, it's over with. You need to go
and focus on
something, other things. You want unification. Remember, you gave yourself a timetable. You want unification. All right, now you have squared away all your loose ends. All your loose ends have been squared away. You did it already.
All right, I'm ready for this chapter of my 30s. I'm ready for the top. I'm ready to fight whoever has those motherfucking belts. That's
right now, AJ does.
Yes.
Now, with that being said, also, we have a situation where AJ is being forced.
He might have to drop the WBO.
That's what I was about to come to that. He was being forced at first. The IBF threatened to strip him of the belt if he didn't take on the mandatory for the IBF, which I believe was
Kublev.
All right, Kublev. So it's supposed to be Kublev. He didn't. He said, I want to keep all my belts. At first he said, I want to keep all my belts, so I'm going to go fight whoever I got to fight. He had 4-fight plan. That was going to take care of all the mandatories or all the belts that he held. He had a 4-fight plan. But somewhere along that way, he dropped that 4-fight plan. Because now Dillian White, Eddie Hearns is talking about Dillian White fighting Usyk. And now they're talking about Dillian White not fighting Usyk and Dillian White fighting somebody else. But it all, why I say that, because it all revolves around AJ and these belts. It all revolves around him. Revolves around him. Sorry about that. Revolves around him. He, to me, what that is, because I think he can beat Usyk. This is my opinion. I think that, man, I'm sorry. I think Usyk can beat. I mean, Usyk probably can beat Dillian White. He probably can beat.
I don't know.
Man, damn, you said you don't know.
Dillian White, if he's on his A game, if Dillian White comes in at 270 pounds,
not that shit that we saw not the shit we saw last time. I hope he don't come in like that.
Dillian White's a good fighter though, but he definitely has to be on his A game.
Remember the last fight, his profile picture didn't look totally different from what he came in the ring. But with that being said, though, we had the IBF telling him that no, you wanna drop this belt, you wanna strip you this belt if you don't defend it. Now he's going to do it,
and he should beat Paulo.
And he should, but now we got a situation where if Dillian White and Usyk were to fight, it will be for the WBO championship.
Yeah, correct.
So now we got Wilder being able to maybe. Now this is what I'm about to say. This is why I'm saying it, because if he does have to drop that belt. Let's say Wilder does not. Like I said, knock on wood. Let's say Wilder does beat Fury. It's time for you to go get another belt.
Yeah.
Because now this fight with AJ that you're wanting is going to be even more juicy.
Fight the winner of Usyk and Dillian White.
I mean, it's going to be even more juicy. I think that he's going to beat.
I think if Dillian White really comes in, I think he should beat Usyk, but. If Dillian White comes in 270 pounds, Usyk will
knock his ass out, man. Yeah. Dillian White got tired in the 5th round of his last fight, bro.
And Usyk, I don't think is that good of a heavyweight, but he's no sleeper. He's nobody that I'm gonna walk all over him.
He riding his nuts like he about to be the next biggest heavyweight, man. Only one person was able to do that. That was Holyfield. And everybody, some people speculate. I know he did. That man might have been on that juice. So I don't know. I'm not saying that's
just not for everybody.
It's not for everybody. I'm not doubting.
I don't think
that he can do that shit either for real.
Yeah. So.
I want to see Usyk. Let's see Usyk fight Joseph Parker first. If Usyk can beat Joseph Parker,
that's the gatekeeper in the heavyweight.
If he can beat Joseph Parker, then I'll give him that.
And right, and if you can't beat Joseph Parker, which I think Joseph Parker will beat him.
Cause I think that people might be like, man, you crazy. I think that in shape, focused, in shape, healthy, Andy Ruiz, if he came in a fight,
I think he'd beat Usyk.
I think he would too. But if he
came in that first fight against Joshua, he gonna steamroll Usyk.
Yeah, but if he comes in the second fight, Usyk beats him all day.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Let me see Usyk fight guys like Joseph Parker and Luis Ortiz, then y'all holler at me. Then y'all let me know. Then y'all say something. Right now, if he can't beat those guys, why are we giving this guy automatic title shots in the heavyweight division? It's not. It's to me. It's like, man, this ain't this.
Politics.
It's the politics, but because they probably want him to be up there. But man, you might be setting this guy up for failure.
Yeah, that's why we need to come up with a sanctioned body out here.
Yeah, but even with that, we can't stop a guy from moving up. There's no stopping a guy from moving up.
Nah, you know, for our belt, the winner of Wilder Fury is gonna be Joshua's mandatory. That's gonna be Joshua's. Whoever, you gotta keep that joint, or otherwise we're gonna get that motherfucking belt to Wilder.
Yeah, I'm talking about, but I understand that, but for Usyk's situation, that joint would never...
Usyk, we wouldn't even recognize him at this point. He hasn't fought a real heavyweight contender.
That's what I'm saying, though, but that wouldn't stop him from moving up, though.
Nah, he can move up if he wants to find greener pastures.
Man, I think that's going to lead him to
you already know how I feel.
Light green pastures.
You know how I feel. I wish him and Beterbiev met at 190 and fought at a catchweight, and I wish they swapped that shit out. I would love to see that fight. I think it would be an epic motherfucking fight. You feel me?
Well, fuck that catchweight. If y'all want to be real, I think
Beterbiev can't.
Light heavyweight started at 185.
Nah,
175.
Yeah, it's 175.
175 to like 200. So I think that they can fight each other now. Like you should drop. You said you 200. You was 200
already. 200 cruiserweight.
You might as well drop to 190 and go fight at light heavyweight.
That's
for
what.
Real.
No,
man.
But
Fuck that catchweight. See, that's one thing that
go to 175.
I think that no.
How could
I don't like that. The light heavyweight division is 175 to whatever. I don't even know what their limitation.
No, the limit is, and then 176 and up is a cruiserweight.
See, I don't like that. That's one thing I would change. If I'm gonna have a light heavyweight division, fuck 175 then 160 whatever to 168 to
168 is super middleweight.
I know that. I know all that stuff. I'm just saying I don't like that because I think that Usyk should have moved down. I think Usyk should have been like heavyweight, or because they don't got catchweight titles. It's like,
bruh, but you can make one, bruh. We can say this is, you know, they promoters can organize this shit. Tell these motherfuckers.
He made a bad choice.
No. Hear me out. So Usyk is the lineal cruiserweight champion, right? All his belts say, I'm coming down to catchweight and I'm going to fight the super fight with anybody from 175 who wants to come up and meet me here at 190. I'm here. Come see me. We could have got Beterbiev, we could have got Bivol, we could have got, you know what I'm saying, whomever. We could have even got Gilberto Ramirez if he felt inclined. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, we could have got Caleb Plant. I know he's super middleweight right now.
That would not be a bad fight, though. Gilberto Ramirez. I said Gilberto Ramirez.
What if he moved up to cruiserweight? Because
Gilberto couldn't even contain weight for middleweight for real. Like he was
a light heavyweight, but he was 193. Yeah, when he fought.
I thought he was middleweight and it was a catchweight fight.
No. He initially was a middleweight. He made weight. He made the 175. When he fought Carpenter last year, he made the 175, but his weight the day of the fight was 193. But that was his first fight at light heavyweight. Previously, he was a super middleweight.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying, though. He really is naturally at 190, 200 plus, 190 plus for real.
Yeah, it should be a cruiserweight.
He wasn't really fighting it. It was probably
he wants to campaign. He used to be a regular middleweight. He used to be a 160. He said he just got older and his body's changing. Like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know what that means.
Maybe juice.
Nah, seriously though, you gotta seriously.
Son, you can't rule it out. But I feel you though. But I'm just saying, like,
what you do as you get older, you do put on weight. It's harder to burn.
So he was 193 for his first light heavyweight fight. So for real, he could be a cruiserweight. I think that'd be a good fight. Him and Usyk fought each other. Well, I mean, there are possibilities for Usyk. Maybe not exactly a cruiserweight, but let's start getting creative out here, man. Let's get some fights the fans want to see. Like, have some fun. I'd rather do that than move up to heavyweight. Like, I just don't think that's a good venture. Like,
he's not even a fucking household name.
Right, and he's not a big ass dude. Like, he's like 6'3", 215. That's what he's fighting heavyweight. Like, that's not you, dog. Like, bruh, fight at 200, fight at 190. That's your range. Like, do that shit. Like, I don't understand.
1973, or he wouldn't even make it in 1973. He'll get brutalized.
Right. If he fought, if he fought Joe Frazier.
Like you say Jerry Corey, I say Ron Lyle. He will get brutalized by Ron Lyle.
Jerry Corey beat Ron Lyle.
Hey, Ron Lyle stood in and toe-to-toe with fucking George Foreman, and that was a slobber knocking.
And he was beating Ali before Ali started cranking him in the 11th round.
He knocked down George Foreman in that fight, I believe.
Yeah, he did. But that was a slugfest.
That was. For the ages. I don't think that he could. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think Usyk would be able to beat Prime Ray Mercer. I don't even think that would happen.
I'm taking Mercer. I'm taking Mercer. That's what I'm saying. Like, Usyk's not a good heavyweight. Like, he's better.
I don't think that he's.
You just have some fun. Like, it's your career. Like, bruh, you're the top guy at cruiserweight. And if none of these fools can beat you at cruiserweight, like I said, just get creative with it.
There's a reason why there's only been one cruiserweight in history to ever jump from cruiserweight to heavyweight to make it.
Yeah.
There's a reason why. And he was the greatest cruiserweight of all time.
Yeah, exactly. He was better than he beat Usyk's ass.
He's the greatest cruiserweight of all time.
Yeah, so yeah. Holyfield was official.
I need to keep that in mind, man. Like, this is not it's a totally different division. Then it's not about boxing up there. These guys are brutal in the heavyweight division. It's not like the heavyweight division of the mid '90s when we were younger, and like the early '70s and the early '80s. But man.
These guys are not playing.
No, they're not. Like, the heavyweight division is actually becoming real competitive now, because now a lot of guys are opening up. A lot of guys starting to get open. I want to go fight Daniel Du Bois. Go fight Joe Joyce. Go fight one of them. Go fight, what's that other guy's name? Michael Hunter.
Yeah.
Go fight Michael Hunter, man. You got guys.
Fight Povetkin. Fight anybody.
Because old man Povetkin will probably. Man,
Usyk might get him, but even that would be a questionable fight. There are a lot of guys he could fight.
Derek Sarosa, go fight him. Go fight somebody. Go prove yourself first, bro. For real, like, I'm serious. I think that he should prove himself first. Don't jump out there, because if you lose to AJ, if you lose to Wilder, if you lose to Fury, you lose to Ruiz, you lose any of the top 5, you're done. Yeah. We ain't gonna see you for another year and a half. There's no point in
you will be fighting tune-up fights for the next 2 years.
And you just wasted your time moving up to do that.
When there could have been some really good fights down there south of 200. Anyway, man, last couple minutes to close the show. I remember you had posted Daniel Du Bois and Joe Joyce are negotiating a fight. They said sometime April or March.
Yes, they pushed it back. It was supposed to be early. I think it was supposed to be like February, but they pushed that.
Yeah, right. Hey, that joint should be dope though, man. Both of them are up and comers. I'm taking Du Bois though, man. That motherfucker. I think he's the future.
Yeah, you know what's crazy?
Joyce is good.
I didn't know too much about them, but I actually went to watch some stuff, and I listened to what people had to say. A lot of people, and what I watched, Daniel Du Bois might actually be the future of the heavyweight division. He's pretty fucking good.
I just hate it because he's English. Like, man, I like American heavyweight. That's what I like.
But I still go on my FA Jogberry because FA is actually, even though his last fight was...
He's African, but yeah.
His last fight was good. His last fight, man, that was a good fight. That was a test your will. And you know what's crazy about that last fight he had? That dude was just a tough-ass dude. He just didn't want to quit. And I like that about guys. Like, don't quit, bro. If you're going to go in there, don't quit.
That's great experience for
a Jogger. That is great. It is. You know what I'm saying? Came back and won. So
yes, absolutely. That was a really... I fucked with the referee. I remember talking about it before. That motherfucker was a referee from 1955. That's an old school rap.
Fight, man. Come on, y'all. Get up. Let's do this shit.
Yeah, what we doing? Like, let's fight. Like, hell motherfucking yeah, man. That shit is motherfucking epic. So, anyway, that should be a good fight. I can't wait for that joint. So we got some good fights coming up in 2019. 2020. You got some good fights coming up. Like I said, Wilder, Fury, Du Bois, and Joyce. So, anyway, all right. Well, that was pretty much it. This was J&J Boxing, January 29th, 2020. Anything you would like to add about wrestling?
What happened?
Royal Rumble.
Royal Rumble results. Motherfucking
McIntyre.
Drew McIntyre won the men's, Charlotte Flair won the females, and yeah, fuck it. Have a good week. Make sure that y'all tune in tomorrow for the fights. Is there any fights this weekend? Any fights this weekend? besides tomorrow? I think there's another. I think there's something.
Let me check the schedule real quick.
Because the only fight I was worried about was the Thursday joint tomorrow with my man Andrade, man. I was hyped up for that. I set a reminder for that motherfucking fight. That's how much I want to watch.
Boxing schedule. Let me see for tomorrow.
Just keep on looking into that shit, man. Like Usyk really should consider doing some other thing.
Yeah, no, definitely, and man, boxing. I feel like it's competitive. We just need to get the fights we want to see. Let me see Saturday. All right, so tomorrow's fight, and what's Saturday? The 30. What's Saturday? The 1st, February 1st. Oh, ain't no fights day before Super Bowl. So yeah, that is the fight of the week. You know what I'm saying? And it's down in Miami too. So anyway, all right. Well, that was J&J Boxing, man. We out. Make sure to keep your guard up and stay tuned. Like, share, subscribe, and keep coming. We're gonna try to be back on Saturday.
Yeah, man. We'll be here Saturday. Let's do this thing, man. We're going to review on Saturday. We'll probably go over we'll go over the Andrade fight, and then we'll give our picks for the Super Bowl again.
Yeah, the official joints. And
let's talk about wrapping up, man. Before we end the show, we once again want to say from J&J Boxing, we just want to say our condolences to the Bryan family and to all the other families that lost their loved ones, man. It's a tragic, sad thing. With that being said, take the time to tell each other that you love each other. Squash all those petty differences, and you do your thing. But make sure that you, like John said, like, share, subscribe, and make sure y'all hit that little button. I believe it's probably down there, the bell, to stay notified when we put up new shows, and we're going to try to keep busting out content for y'all, man.
Yes, sir.
Peace out.